I guess first and foremost, a rare opportunity with 2 weeks to probably reset and kind of refill your gas tank a little bit.
Yeah.
What have the conversations been like? What have you been working on?
No, it's been really good. I think for the week, for this week, we certainly put an emphasis on focusing more on ourselves, on where we need to improve. We did the same thing last week. It's been really good to be able to focus on some areas that we know, haven't been good enough over the last couple of weeks. We weren't able to do that, with the way that the schedule was and how quick the games came. So it's been a really, really good 2 weeks. Been really happy with the energy, the mentality, and we're certainly excited to be able to finally be here back at home.
I know this is just kind of rinse and repeat for League City, but you do have these veterans who have been here. They know what it's like to go through some lulls. How much have you relied on them the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think, listen, right now at the moment, if you just look at the last few games, of course, guys can be frustrated. But, in the grand scheme of things, you win the game this weekend and you're back at the top of the East, right? I think that's really important that we remember we still put ourselves in a really good spot. We started the year off really, really well. Fatigue has set in, travel became difficult, and now, to your point, we had a chance the last couple weeks to reset. So when you have a group of guys like I did that have a lot of experience, you're able to get through these moments, and you do it by acknowledging where you need to be better, but obviously having the confidence to know that and believe that you're one of the best teams in the league. But you have to go out every weekend and prove that. So again, I still believe we're in a really good spot. I understand where we've been the last few games. When you look at a loss against Monterey, you completely outplay the opponent and you lose the game. Sometimes that happens in football. You understand you have to be better in the final third. That's one area we've constantly looked at the last couple weeks. And we're hopeful that we don't just live only in this moment, but we acknowledge the process that we're going about it, and we're confident in where we are on the table.
This has been a brutal week heat-wise.
Yeah.
How did you, deal with that and adjust to that?
Yeah, just little things. We bumped training a little bit earlier to try to make sure that they weren't out at 11:30 when it's extremely hot. We have towels in between bouts, and then for me, it's making sure that I'm managing the periodization and the legs. The guys have done a really good job of it, but we've also talked about it being an advantage for us. Teams that don't train in this kind of climate, sometimes it can be a little bit of a shock to you when you have to start playing in it in a game. So the guys have handled it well. Bodies for the most part are healthy. So we're it's been difficult for sure, but I think it's a positive.
Last thing then, this matchup. What can you tell us in terms of what to expect on Saturday night?
Yeah, they're the defending champions for a reason. They have a lot of quality. I think they've dealt with a lot of injuries this year to start, which has been difficult for them. But it's a quality team with dangerous pieces all over the field. You have Alaski, you have Okoli, you have a lot of different players there in the middle of the field as well that have caused problems. So we're going to make sure that the players are prepared for that. And again, just to re-emphasize, for us, we want the players focused on what we're trying to do, and a little bit less on the opponent, because if we get the areas right that we needed to improve, I'm confident we'll have a good game on Saturday.